You guys ready? Oh, are we still on? Yeah, still on. You guys ready? I have no idea what you can see. Don't even care. I'll come look and see. Can you see my screen? Yeah, there's my computer screen, and I don't know that anything's gonna be on it, but here it is. We get rid of YouTube. I'm doing this for my mom. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for everybody. It's wrong, wrong, wrong what has happened to me. And you guys have, let's close all tabs. You guys have, I thought we was closing all tabs. You guys have, well, you guys know what's going on. So I played the interrogations, and I'm going to play the witness accounts. I think, if I can find them. Man, they're tough. I think here's one. Here's one. They're all inscribed, which is, and here's one. I think it's 6, 7, and 8. I think we'll pull them up there. Try 6. I don't know what the hell it's doing. That doesn't sound right. Scribe Express is not installed. It's installed in Scribe Express, and there it is. Now, I bet it plays now. It's what them police officers do.
Thank you for installing Express Scribe by NCH Software. Express Scribe is professional audio playback control software designed to assist the transcription of audio recordings. By now,
that's running. Let's listen.
See, it's May the 15th, approximately 21:45 hours interview with Victoria Mayfield at 5801 North Fairview inside the detective's car. I'm Detective Warline, and I'm speaking with Victoria Fairview, or Victoria Mayfield. I'll get it straight here.
Okay.
Okay. Just start out with how
Guys, Ryan?
started.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
running.
everything was going fine earlier this afternoon. He'd come over a couple of times. Everything was pleasant.
So you guys were in the garage having a beer, watching some TV or whatever?
Actually, we only turned the TV on to watch the radar for the storms and that. Approximately around 4 o'clock or so, he'd come over and asked us to look at his camera for some YouTube videos that he was going to post. I had a phone call I needed to take. I told him that. I excused myself, went in the house.
When you say him, who do you mean?
Farron, my neighbor. When I went in the house, I was up in my front room by the window, and I heard some words being exchanged between Farron and my brother. Came back outside, hung up the phone. My brother was asking him to leave because he was drunk and didn't want to listen to him anymore and was being very cordial about asking him to leave. He walked across the street back to his house, and then he just started in with obscenities and other stuff. And
no, when they're having words, what time is this, you said?
That was between 4 and 4:30. That's about when all this started, was about 4, 4:30.
And who's your brother? Just
my brother's Craig Evans.
Okay.
He went back across the street to his house, sat on his porch, opened up another beer, started drinking, and then he was saying words, but it was to the point it was muffled enough that we could not hear it sitting inside the garage. Until he got loud and started saying things that were, all right, you better watch your back, and he was directed that towards me. He said, Vicky, you better watch your back, I'm going to get you. My son and my marijuana adventure is going fine, it's growing great. I said, great, I'm glad to hear that. My brother at that time pretty much was staying out of the way, out of his sight to try and get him calmed down. We already had the officers out here twice. Well, actually, we had the officer out here once. They told me then that if he crossed the street, left his property, got in his vehicle, did anything to immediately call 911 and they would come get him for a drunken public or whatever the situation was at that time. I called them probably about 5:30 because he had come across the street. I couldn't see if he was going straight down my yard or if he went to the neighbor's yard from where I was sitting out in the garage. Officer came back out, got him back across the street, sat him down, talked to him. His son had come home, asked his son to stay with them and try and keep him calm. Things were going okay for a little while. We didn't hear from him for a little bit. Of course, then the rain started. So they went in the house, closed the door. We were still sitting in the garage. After the rain stopped, he opened the door up more than once and yelled out some words. I don't know what they were. About 30 minutes after that, from where I was sitting out in the garage, I could see him. He picked up something. The way I could see in the house, there's a curtain that goes across a hallway or a doorway, something. And with the light shining, I said, "Is that a gun?" And I had my cousins look, and then my husband got up and looked, and my brother never did. And they all said, "Yes, that's a gun." And he was, cocking the chamber, I guess is what you call it. He did that about 3 times, pointed it north that way, which his son was on that side of the room at that time. His son tried to take it away from him. At that moment, I really didn't see what happened to it, except I just didn't see the gun anymore. About 5 minutes later, he picked the gun back up and cocked it again, and that's when he started pointing it across the street towards me. And I was the only one in his line of fire, and I was fearful for my life, and that's when I called 911 again.
Was he saying anything when he was pointing it at you?
No, at that time he wasn't saying anything. It seemed that he had been calm for about 30 minutes. He had been calm. He didn't come out of the house. I know he had his beer sitting right behind the front door wall there because the door was open. He would pick up the container that the beer was in, pick the beer up, and just shove it out the door like I'm having another one. Ha ha, it's in your face. And then as soon as after he picked that beer up, he picked the gun back up, and that's when he pointed it back over here.
Okay, so he just put it on his shoulder and pointed it at
Well, he was, ready to, to fire.
Do you have any reason to believe that the gun wasn't loaded or anything? I mean,
I had no reason not to believe that it was or wasn't. As far as my knowledge is when you do that cocking of the gun, it's automatically loaded. And once it's pointed, then,
you were assuming he's pointing a loaded gun.
I was assuming he was pointing a loaded gun at me, and I didn't know where it was going to, and whether it was going to hit the car, the garage, come inside the garage, hit somebody else, or hit me.
So pretty much after this happened, you guys called 911 and shortly after that the police show up.
I was actually on the phone with, I would imagine, an operator. With 911 when the police my cousin was telling me, I was still on the phone and my cousin told me about, they're here with guns drawn. And I said, well, I'm still on the phone with her. And then she asked me, I don't remember the exact question, but if they were there, and I said, yes. I said, I see them right now. I said, they have put him on the ground and they're handcuffing him now. And then she actually hung up the phone, so. And then the officers came over and we gave witness statements, and they said he would be out sometime, or somebody would be out sometime. Yeah.
I'm going to assume that you want to press charges against Thornton for pointing the shotgun at you.
Listen.
Well, yeah, like I said, I didn't realize it was going to escalate to this. I've seen him in the past 11 years since I've been here have problems with the people in this duplex over here because they're always renters and there's a turnover about every 6 months.
Right.
I've never had a problem with him until today.
All right.
And I thought once he got back across the street, that was done. There was no more. I'll talk to you tomorrow. You go in your house and you drink and get drunk and pass out. I'll talk to you tomorrow about this, and everything will be fine. But it just kept escalating and escalating and escalating. And we stayed in the garage. We did not come outside. We did not try to egg him